This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Not a bad looking evening out there. Certainly not as cold as it was this morning and last night across the area. Temps will fall back into the single digits, but we'll have a few clouds around that'll help us initially keep temps up, but we'll clear out towards sunrise tomorrow and fall down into those single digits. But they'll be above zero, hopefully, and not below like they were this morning. Not a bad Saturday. We could see some snow showers late in the day. Probably will see some, but not going to add up to a whole lot, and it's going to remain cool for most of next week. 13 below, we got there before midnight, actually dropped a little colder than that after midnight here in Scottsbluff. That'll go down as our low for tomorrow. 10 was the high temperature yesterday across the area, well below normal here across western Nebraska and southeastern Wyoming. Nothing in the rain gauge, just above normal for the month, slightly below normal for the year. And these were low temperatures this morning. We were kind of in the bullseye of the cold with the exception of off to the north and east of us. 12 in Sioux Falls, 17 below in Valentine, 23 below up in Watertown. But let's look closer to our area, and temps were certainly cold here this morning. 9 below in Ogallala, 17 below both Valentine and Gordon. Chadron dropped to 15 below, as did Torrington. 14 below this morning here in Scottsbluff, 11 below in Alliance, 7 below in Kimball. Cheyenne hanging out at 1 above, and Wheatland at 13 degrees for the high temperature, low temperature there tonight. We zoomed in really quick. This is a 6 to 10 day outlook for temperatures. We're looking well below normal. All this area below normal temps in the next 6 to 10 days. That shows you how we're going to remain cool out there. Also going to remain above normal, so a little active in terms of precip. So it looks like colder and wetter than normal temps and precip coming the next 6 to 10 days. We'll keep an eye on that, see if that plays out as we go forward. 28 in McCook right now. It's 2 above in Sioux Falls, 8 below in Watertown. That area has struggled to warm. 10 in Rapid City. We've got into the 20s here across our area. 28 in Ogallala, 31 in Sidney right now. It's 22 in Torrington, 28 over in Wheatland. Winds out of the southeast, that's helping bring up some of the temperatures here across the area. But we have generally 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. Wind chills in the single digits. Well, actually, we're all in the teens now to near 20 above zero. So that's good news from where we've been the last several days. And wind chills tonight not going to drop off nearly as cold as what they did last night. We'll probably see some temps of wind chills fall right below zero for a few areas. But for the most part, we're going to stay above zero and not too bad as we go through the overnight hours tonight. So winds out of the southeast this evening, partly cloudy skies. Will clear out for a bit this evening, then more clouds will filter back in. We'll keep it partly cloudy, and that should help us keep temps up a little bit tonight across the area. Lows should be in the single digits. Everybody, it looks like, going to stay above zero. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that happens. We could certainly use that after this morning. Partly cloudy skies will filter out to some sunshine and then bring clouds back in later on in the afternoon tomorrow. Winds are going to come out of the northeast, and then I think tomorrow night, enough of a instability to kick off a few snow showers. They're not going to be overly heavy, but enough that we may see a little additional accumulation. Highs tomorrow going to be in the 30s. It's going to be tempered by that snowfall. Cooler off to the north, only 17 in Chadron. This is a model snowfall. We've got 5 different snowfall models that we're watching here. This is for Scottsbluff starting tonight all the way through Saturday. Notice as we get into Sunday, these models picking up late Saturday night into early Sunday morning, a little bit of snowfall, all of them less than a half an inch here at Scottsbluff, but all of them picking up some snowfall, so good indication we might see a little bit of snow out there. We'll put our snowfall map into motion, and sure enough, our forecast right now is for less than an inch all across the area. Most everybody picking up some snow, but nothing of overly heavy significance. We'll keep an eye on the storm system. It just doesn't look like it's going to be enough to produce widespread accumulating snow. 5 tonight, partly cloudy, not nearly as cold. That's 5 is 20 degrees warmer than where we started today. 33 tomorrow, sunny early. Clouds are going to increase later in the day. Any snow showers should hold off till late tomorrow, and we'll have temps only near 30 degrees on Sunday. Monday, it looks like we'll be in the mid-30s, but it's going to be windy. Look at Wednesday of next week. We could actually warm up to near 50 before Valentine's Day turns colder and brings in a chance of some snow showers across the area. So generally speaking, staying active but cooler than normal over the next 7 days.